Hey guys, how are you doing? How's everyone? I hope you're all doing well. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bit of a crash one today, guys. Let me know if you can hear me nice and clearly, guys. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Thank you everyone who joined me on this Saturday, of course, afternoon, guys. Bless you all. Thank you very much, guys. Look, let's get straight into it. Jim Ratcliffe has been speaking to the media again. And to be honest with you, I'm going to be quite honest, guys. I'll be quite honest. Let me know if you guys can hear me and everything. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And please don't forget to smash a like on the video. I'm going to be quite honest, guys, in regards to everything. Thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you, brother. I'm going to be honest. I don't like what Jim Ratcliffe is saying. I really don't. I think he comes across as a non-Manchester United fan. I don't think he's a Man United fan. He doesn't come across that way. And some of the things he's been saying doesn't come across that way, to be honest with you. If I'm being honest, guys, it comes across like blasé. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I didn't, the only reason that I acquired Manchester United and blah, 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 because, you know, yeah, blah, it would sound like Manchester United. It doesn't sound, what a proper Man United fan would sound like if they just bought a club they love. To be honest with you, if I'm being real with you guys, it doesn't sound that way, guys, at the end of the day. So if we get into everything he has been saying, I want to get through some of the quotes, of course, guys, real quickly, if you don't mind. I want to get through some of these quotes because you know what? There is a lot of noise going around and stuff like that, of course, guys. So let me just read out some of these quotes real quickly. Of course, guys, let me just read out some of these quotes if it will come up. Okay, if it will come up, guys, there we go. So Jim Ratcliffe, and why I decided to become a part owner of Manchester United. I'm making enough money in chemicals and oil and gas and all that stuff. I can't honestly answer why we did it. Why? Why can't you answer why you took charge of the club you supposedly love? That is what I want to know. You know, at the end of the day, that's what I want to know. I mean, you should know automatically. Because it's Manchester United, because it's the club I grew up supporting, because I love this club. It's supposed to be Manc born and bred, guys. We're supposed to be Manc born and bred, supported the club your whole life. I mean, that's coming across as a lie, isn't it? It's quite a difficult question. It shouldn't be a difficult question, Jim. It's not a difficult question. It is it's a very easy question. It should roll off the tongue, to be honest with you. With Nice in the French league, you can buy a club for 100 million. It's much cheaper access. But I don't particularly enjoy going to watch Nice because there are some good players, but the level of the football is not high enough for me to get excited. Now, would you guys want a guy who speaks to a team, speaks about a team, right? This team, Nice, he owns that team, guys, and he's speaking like that. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? The team that he supposedly owns, you know, he's speaking like that about them. How would you feel if you were a Nice fan? How would you feel if you were a Nice fan? How would you feel if, you know what, Nice, you know what, your owner said that I don't really care about Nice. I don't really like going to watch Nice, to be honest with you, because, you know, rubbish and stuff, you know. The league's rubbish and stuff. They're boring. I don't want to watch Nice because they're rubbish. They're boring. Imagine your owner of your football club said this about you. I said this about your the team. You know what I mean? Unbelievable, to be honest with you. Cannot believe what I'm hearing. System today, of course. It's been a mad one today, as you know. It has been a mad one today, as you know, guys. It has been crazy today, as you know. Let me just click that. There we go. So, yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? What he said there, what he said about Nice. I mean, I don't agree with it, to be honest. I think it's terrible the way he speaks about the team that he supposedly loves. He supposedly owns, should I say? He owns this. Jim Ratcliffe, in my mind. Sorry, guys. In my mind, we have on Jim Ratcliffe on the Glazers. So in my mind, we have a very professional partnership with the Glazer family. But have you met them? They are straightforward, not what you expect. When you read about them in the press, let me just see this if I'm getting you guys on, of course. So straightforward, not what you expect. When you read about them in the press and they're both Avram and Joe, passionate about Manchester United, I like them as people. Now, guys, come on. They could have they could bloody hard time, couldn't they? After we cooked up Dan Ashwood and Eric Ten Hag. Could have they, but they didn't. Because they're getting free money. Because they're getting free money, Jim. They're getting free money. They're taking money. They're taking dividends. You're the puppet for them. That's why they're not saying anything to you. That's why they're not saying anything to you, because you're getting free money, my friend. You know what I mean? You're getting free money. You're taking money out of the football club for nothing, of course. And then you're letting the Glazers and you're letting Jim Ratcliffe. Jim Ratcliffe, you're taking the brunt of it. You're the puppet. You're the puppet, and the Glazers are loving it. Of course they're going to love it. Of course they're going to be quiet. Of course. Absolutely. Doing well. Let me read this. I can hear you. Perfect. Thank you. United need to get Cunyo and Buemo, Osman and Obiang. Big at RNCM. Jim praises the Glazers. Pathetic. Big up Sal, mate. Man United all the way, mate. Absolutely. Big up Adam. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. That. Does Sir Jim Ratcliffe even know what's coming out of his mouth, says SLD? You know what? I don't know. I don't think he does. And this is why I question his loyalty or his allegiance to Manchester United as a fan. I really don't. I don't think that he comes across as a fan. To me, honestly, in all honesty, I don't think he comes across as a fan. I don't think he is actually clued on to what Manchester United is, to be honest with you. And I don't even need to read some more of these comments, guys, of course. I don't even need to read any more of these comments, because these comments, let me just clear it off the screen, please, of course. Let me just clear this off the screen. If I can get it. Here we go. All right. There we go. There we go. So you can see my face. There we go. So you can see my face. There you go. Sorry, guys. It's been a bit of a crazy one today. I think my laptop got burnt in the sun earlier on, a bit like me, a little bit burnt, but you know what I mean. But I don't really need to read any more of those quotes, because you know what? They tell me everything I need to know. Just 2 quotes there. I don't even need to read anything else, because I look at that and they're good people. How can you say they're good people? Of course they're Jim. Of course they're going to be nice to you. Of course they're going to be nice to you. They, 15 years. Of course they're going to be kind, because you're taking all the heat. Now, Jim Ratcliffe did say here, and this is what I want to bring in as well on the BBC. If I'm being honest with you guys, I want to read you this quote, because it kind of thought, okay, does this guy actually really care about the football club, or does he just want to, you know what I mean, rinse it for money? We know that he just wants to rinse the club for money, don't we? We know that he just wants to take the dividends and take the money from the football club and the regeneration project and that, of course, guys. But when I get to read you this quote that's going to come up, of course, guys, when I get to read you this quote, of course, it really thought, you know what, does this guy, this is from the BBC. I don't mind being unpopular, because I get that nobody likes seeing Man United down where they are. And nobody likes the decision we are having to make at the moment. If I draw up a bit of air, I can put up with that, but I'm no different to the average person. It's not nice, particularly for friends and family. So eventually, if it reaches the Glazers family have been abused, then I'd have to say, look, enough is enough. Let somebody else do this. Jim, thank you very much. Pack your bags out of it. If you cannot take the heat, if you cannot take the pressure, do you know what? You know where the door is. You know where the door is. You know where the door is. Get out of here. We're not too interested, mate, in how you feel. Your little sob stories. We're not interested. Get on with it. Get on with it. Do you know what I mean? And stop bloody moaning at the end of the day. This is Manchester United at the end of the day. He should know that. He should know that this is Manchester United, And he should know that that comes with a territory. That comes with pressure. You're going to be held accountable because you facilitated our enemies, which is you are our arch enemies. So at the end of the day, it is the way that I mean the subs guys. Let me see if I can get some of your comments up. Sorry about the delays and stuff like that, guys. It is very, very slow. Of course, SLD does SLD. Sir Jim buys a club and doesn't even bother to watch them. This guy is a certified clown. How would you feel, guys? How would you feel if the owner of your football club said you don't really like watching them because the league is boring and the quality is crap, basically? How would you feel if your owner of your football club said that? Do you know what I mean? It's quite damning, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, yeah, my thing is acting up today. Sorry guys. It is acting up today, unfortunately. It is acting up. But you know what? I've got a backup plan, guys. I have got a backup plan, so I'm gonna deal with this now. 1 second. Here we go. You see me, I always have a backup plan, guys. Always have a backup plan. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Grayo. Big up, Grayo. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're good. My thing is just acting up at the moment, so I'm going to try and see if on here, of course. Bear with me a second. Let me see if I can get it up. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. There we go, guys. All nice and sweet in the house, of course. So let me just straighten this out. Let me just straighten this out. My useless PC, of course. What I have to deal with. All right, there we go. Let me just see if I can get this up properly. Okay, let's get this on. Yeah, this is what I have to deal with, guys. Hold on. There we go. Can you hear me? It's a bit thingy, but I have to deal with it. What's going on, Marissa Burian? What's going on? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Really good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you. Of course. Good night, Stretford. Big up, of course. I like Club Manchester United. Thank you so much. We like Manchester United as well. Really good to have you here. Sorry you caught us on a bit of a technicality today. It's been a bit of a nightmare today, to be honest with you. If we're being honest, it has been a bit crazy. If we're being honest with you guys, absolutely crazy, of course. Let me see if this is working now. Yeah, that's definitely not working. So, guys, hope you can hear me. But big up, Grayo. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Really good to see you. Sal, afternoon, my brother. Hope you're well. 136 watching, but only 30 likes. So please, everyone, can you like and smash the like and subscribe button? Thank you so much, Gray. You absolute legend. Thank you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Of course, guys. Yeah, sorry, there might be a bit of an echo, but you know what it is. It is what it is today. Definitely, it is what it is. Thank you, SLD. I hope you're doing well. So look, you know what? I'm reading some of these quotes, and I'm a bit bewildered, guys. I'm angered. so to speak. I'm quite angered by what I heard, you know, and what I read, because, you know, someone told me whilst I was out, did you hear what Jim Ratcliffe said? And I said, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. What are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I'm absolutely, I would say pissed off, to be honest, really pissed off. Thank you, Grayo. Thank you, brother. Thank you. It's a mad one today, Grayo, man. You missed it earlier, Grayo. I got attacked by a swarm of hornets. If you know, it's been one of those days, guys. One of those crazy days, of course, guys. You know what? I get them sometimes, of course. I do get them sometimes, of course. But it is what it is. So sorry about my finger. But so if I read some more quotes. So basically, look, you know what? He has been talking a load of trash today, and to be honest with you, he's just coming across. What he's doing is confirming everything that the fears that we had about him. He's just look. I think he's feeling the heat. I think he's feeling the heat of the fans. The fans know that he's an absolute blagger. The fans know that he's a liar. You know, and to be honest with you, he's feeling it. He's feeling it, and he can't take it. And that is what it is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And what I would say is that. You signed up for it, mate. You signed up for it. You went to bed with the Glazers. That is what you get at the end of the day. If you go to bed with the Glazers, that is what you get, of course, guys. But today, look, you know what? We all know what's going on. And you know what? Put the pressure. Keep the pressure on him. Don't remove the pressure. Keep the pressure on him. Just because he's saying, oh, I can't take this. This is not fair. Don't feel sorry for the guy. Because at the end of the day, it is his choice. He could have left it alone and let the Glazers buy it and let Qatar buy the football club. But he didn't. He went on his vanity project, of course, guys. That's what he did on his vanity project, of course. Absolutely. Big up, yes, Grayo, you missed it. Sal, you missed. You missed it. Sorry. Hope you're right. Yeah, I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. It was funny though. It's funny. You know what? One of those moments in the thing. You know what? I have these days sometimes. Absolutely. But you know what? You got to learn sometimes. You know what? Just to you know, mate, when someone gives you lemons, you make lemon juice. That's what I say at the end of the day. And I'm trying my best to squeeze lemon at the moment at what I got. At the moment, it's not coming out, but you know what? I'm trying my best at the end of the day, guys. But thank you so much for being patient and stuff like that. Really, really appreciate it. So when I look at things now, let me see if I can get this up. If I can just get this up, they'd be a lot better. No, it's too slow, that one. So let's have a look. So I'm going to go into the match between Man United and Leicester City, guys. You know what? It is a really, when I think about it, it is a nothing game, if we're being honest with ourselves. Man United against Leicester. You know what? We need to move up that table. We need to move up the table. And the most important thing about part of this game is that, you know what? We gained some momentum. We gained some morale boosting positivity, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? What I would say. And I think this is the team that I would pick. Let me just get this up for you. This is the team that I would pick to face Leicester, of course, tomorrow. Here we go, guys. Grayo has hidden the scoreline. Grayo has hidden the predicted scoreline, of course. But this is the lineup. I'll play Anana, Heaven, Delict, and Lindelof. Of course, Dorgu is his last game of suspension, so Dorgu cannot play in this game, guys. Dorgu cannot play in this game. It is his last game before his suspension, of course, guys. So it'll be Lindelof, Delict, and Heaven, moving Masbury into the right wing back position. Collier and Ugarte. I will play Collier because you know what, we need to try some different players. We need to rest some players as well, which is very, very important. And I would play Heaven. I will keep playing Heaven. I mean, I like Heaven. I think he's got the energy, and the more confidence he gets, the more better it will be, of course, guys, in my opinion. And I feel like I would keep those two, Delict and Heaven in particular. Dalot will be back in the left wing back position. Ugarte will be back. Apparently, Ugarte is back, so Ugarte will be that. I'll stick with Xerxes in the team. I think he's on fire at the moment. I wouldn't remove Xerxes from the team with Bruno, of course, but move Bruno further forward. I would do. And yes, I would give Chido, Obi, Martin a shot. I would give him a chance, guys, in this game. I would give him a chance in this game. And to be honest with you, I think he deserves his chance. You know what? There's been problems, of course, guys. There's been problems and stuff like that. But you know what? It is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. Let me read some of your comments. My prediction is 3-1 Man United. And there you go. My prediction is 3-1. Kenny's prediction is 3-0 Man United. My prediction is 3-1. I will take 3-0. It's even better, of course, guys. I will take 3-0. That's absolutely. Tybo, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. That's a lineup I would go to too. So Premier League is not that important anymore. We should focus on Europa League anyway. I would even play, if I would be honest, Tybo, but I didn't want to be overly, crazy. But it's not crazy really, but I would play more young players. But I just got a feeling that Ruben Amorim is not going to do that, Tybo. I just feel like that. You know what? He's going to play some, but I don't think the whole team is going to be all youth players, in my opinion. I don't think so at the end of the day, if I'm being honest. But it is what it is, of course. Big up Triple M. Absolutely. Big up Triple M, my friend. Absolutely. We need, SLD says, we need a clean sheet against Leicester and a lot of goals. Sorry, Rude, it's just business. You know what? It depends how we approach the game, SLD, isn't it? It depends how we approach the game. If we approach the game properly, then you know what? And we approach the game seriously, I think Man United will win comfortably. Ruud van Nistelrooy will be up for this game, so we got to be prepared for this game because at the end of the day, you know what? He could catch us on our heels at the end of the day, because you know what, we've had a tough game in the midweek. We played Real Sociedad in midweek, and you know what, it could be, we're a little bit sleepy. We were tired. We were sleepy when we started the game against Real Sociedad. We can't be in this game because Leicester will take advantage of that, of course, guys. Absolutely. SLD Chido should at least get 45 minutes to see what he's all about at this level. I mean, at the end of the day, SLD, you're spot on. You're spot on, first of all. But you know what? We can't really tell how good or how bad, Chido is yet, even if he plays 90 minutes, because he is a young player. He is a young player. And you know what? We can't really judge him yet. He's going to have a few games in the team to really, settle down and stuff. He's still a very young player, of course, guys. Absolutely. And I hope that he plays, and I hope he scores a goal, because the goal would ignite the spark for him, in my opinion. I think if he gets a goal, it would ignite the spark, in my opinion, of course. Check that, big up. 2-0, says Tybor. Big up, Tybor. 2-0. Oh, goodness me. I would love that. Oh, Grayo. 5-0, mate. 5-0. I'll take that all day long. With 2 from Hoyland. Goodness me. That is a lucky day. 2 from Hoyland, that would be unbelievable. Unbelievable. I would take that all day long. Of course, we did score 5 against Leicester just a few weeks ago. Was it months ago, wasn't it, Graham? If we scored a few. We won 5-2, of course. We beaten Leicester quite a few times this season. Haven't played them. Is it the Walker Stadium? Is it still the Walker Stadium? I don't know what their stadium's called anymore. Maybe someone can help me in the chat, but I forgot what their stadium's called. It used to be Filbert Street many years ago, and now it is the Walker's Stadium, I think. It used to be the Walker Stadium anyway. Big up Pell, 5-0 Pell as well. Grayo and Pell are on the same wavelength here. They're on the same wavelength, 5-0, 5-0. Oh, goodness me. You guys are all confident, of course. If Man United score 5, go, Grayo, I love your baptism, brother, but hey, you never know with United. It might be 5. Oh, yeah, guys, do you remember one classic game when we were 2-0 up and we ended up losing? Was it 5-3 to Leicester? Do you remember that? Who remembers that when Falcao played for Man United and he scored that brilliant... Di Maria played for Man United and scored that brilliant goal, of course. Chipped it over the goalkeeper. You never know with Man United, of course. You don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, it could be 2-2. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it could be 1-1. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like we are free goal scoring. I don't feel like we're at that level to score lots of goals. And I hope I'm proven wrong. I really do hope I'm proven wrong, because it'd be nice to see Man United score some goals, of course, guys. It would be really great to see them finally bag some goals, of course, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hope you're all well, guys. Hope you're all well. We'll make Leicester look like prime Barcelona. Triple M, exactly. That is probably what Man United do. That's what Man United do. We're the specialists. We're the specialists in making teams look like prime Barcelona. That is what we are at the end of the day. We're the specialists in making teams look like prime Barcelona. That's what we do. Absolutely. If there's any skill that we're good at, King Power Stadium says, there you go, Triple M, King Power Stadium, absolutely. Thank you, Triple M. I was thinking about the Walkers Stadium. Do you know what I mean? I'm still on the Walkers Stadium days and Filbert Street days, those days. Remember those days? Had some good memories of the Filbert Street. Of course, been there a couple of times. We won 6-2 there in the treble winning season, of course, guys. That was nice. I remember those days. Those were so beautiful, and therefore they would never end, of course, guys, absolutely. But that is the team that I would pick. And my prediction is Manchester United 3, Leicester City 1, guys. That is my prediction, of course, guys. That's my prediction. But you never know what's going to happen, guys. You never know what's going to happen, of course. And to be honest with you, as long as we win the game, even 1-0, 2-1, I'll take that. I'll take that, of course, guys, as long as we win the game. But you know what? In all seriousness, my mood was, moved from that Jim Ratcliffe interview, of course, guys. I want to go into some of the quotes, but I just feel like, you know what, it's just going to annoy me again when I read it and stuff. And to be honest with you, watch along tomorrow. Yes, Triple N, watch along is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. I'll be live 11 p.m. Yeah, this is a problem, SLD. I mean, I haven't heard any news in regards to Euro yet, but hopefully it's not serious. He's a young player. And, when you get these injuries and, sometimes you get these reoccurring injuries and stuff like that, don't you? At the end of the day, you get these reoccurring injuries. And hopefully he hasn't got one of those reoccurring injuries, a bit like Licha Martinez has got, Shaw has got, Mount has got, all these, because we've got enough injuries as it is, to be honest with you. And, hopefully it's not serious. We're going to probably find out next week, though, of course, absolutely. Of course, guys, absolutely. Yeah, so if I go into, let me have a look. Some more of the quotes, guys, from the old Pratt, Jim Ratcliffe, of course. Let's have a look, of course. Jim Ratcliffe, I don't mind being unpopular because nobody likes seeing Manchester United down where they are. And I think I read that one, but again, an absolute Pratt comment. Again, Jim Ratcliffe said, so it reached the extent that the Glazer family have been abused. And I'd have to say, look, enough is enough, guys. Let somebody else do this. They can't really come to match the Glazers. They've retreated into shadows a bit. Now I'll get in all the bloody stick. Well, guy, you know what? You're gonna get the bloody stick, Jim, because you facilitated the enemy. I don't know what guys. I want to be honest. Is he stupid? I just want to be honest, guys. Is he stupid? Does he know? Does he know what he's talking about? Does he actually have a clue what he's on about? Because the way he's talking, he seems a bit dunce to me. I don't know, guys, at the end of the day. Because the way he's talking, it's like, he's clueless. He's not, he's not reading the room, to be honest with you. Absolutely not. Jim Ratcliffe said on the reception from the fan base, it can be unpleasant, and I probably failed on having a fun front. I can put up with it for a while. Oh, bless you, Jim. Bless you, mate. Bless you. You feel, mate, I feel so sorry for you, mate. You're going through so much. Unlucky, mate. At the end of the day, what do you expect that was going to happen? What did you expect? To be fair, the Glazers, they're good people on the commercial side. The good people and Glazers in the same sentence. I never thought I would read that, to be honest with you guys. The people who had advised me say the fans don't want to hear it. So I've got to be cautious. I got a lot of criticism if I support the Glazers, but the fact is they are really decent people. He's a nasty, he's an idiot. Come on, guys. Who supports this nonsense? Who supports this nonsense, guys? Who supports this nonsense? Whoever supports this nonsense is a facilitator. And you know what? I can't believe what I'm just reading. I can't believe what I'm reading, guys. Can you? Jim Ratcliffe on the Glazers again. We bought in and I haven't seen them since. Thank you, Jim. You're doing a really good job. At the moment, I don't have security. I don't have to walk around like that. But it would defeat the object, wouldn't it? You couldn't tolerate it at that level. It just wouldn't be fun. It's not meant to be fun, Jim Ratcliffe. This is about Manchester United's future. This is not about having fun. This is not about having fun. Well, goodness me, who is he? Cyndi Lauper? For goodness sake, it's not about having fun. For goodness sake, why is he talking about having fun for? Girls only want to have fun. You know what I mean? He's just an absolute prat. Honest to God, he's talking so much nonsense. It's unbelievable. When I'm reading these comments, I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to. I mean, I feel like grabbing his head like this and shaking it and shaking it and shaking it, really, really intensively. Of course. Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers again. They are East Coast, the old East Coast America. They are very polite, are they? They are very civilized. They are the nicest people on the planet. I mean, there isn't a bad bone in Joe Glazer's body. I mean, part of the problem is there isn't a bad bone in his body. Part of the problem, there isn't a bad bone in his body. For goodness sake, guys, I can't read this. I really can't read this. This is making me obnoxious. I'm getting nauseous reading this, guys. I really am. I mean, not a bad bone in his body. For goodness sake, what is he talking about? Flipping heck. My goodness me. We bought in and haven't seen. Yeah, I think I read that one. Absolutely. Now, look, I can't read any more of that absolute nonsense that is being splurted out, guys. That is absolute crap. Absolutely. My goodness me. Glazeronomics again. Absolutely. Big up, Lucky Singh. Good people. Oh my, good people. Like taking billions out of the football club, letting Old Trafford go down to this lot of bare bones, and it's got to the point that it has to be knocked down. You know what I mean? They haven't refurbished it. They haven't done nothing to its bare bones. And they're calling them good people. Guys, Jim Ratcliffe is a problem. He's a problem. You know what? Carry on putting the pressure on Jim Ratcliffe because we're not going to stop putting the pressure on him. Absolutely not. Well, Jimmy, you shouldn't have protected the Glazers. It's like he is oblivious to what is going on. He's the dumbest billionaire I've ever seen in my life. To be honest with you, at the end of the day, what are you talking about, mate? What are you talking about? I mean, crazy, man, crazy. We have 3 goalkeepers as subs on the bench, for goodness sake. I know. We shouldn't do that, but it is what it is at the end of the day, of course. It is what it is at the end of the day. Excuse my finger, guys, at the end of the day. Baz, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. The Glazers, 8 Muppets living off their dad's legacy. Absolutely, man. You know what I mean? They got free money. Of course they're going to be quiet. Of course they're going to go into the wilderness and not say a thing. Of course they are. They got free money at the end of the day. Wouldn't you just be quiet and just sit back and not do anything? Wouldn't you do that as well? You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. Nicest people on the planet. Now he's taking a piss. Absolutely. He is. I don't think he understands what he's saying, to be honest. I don't think he really understands what he's really trying to say. You know what I mean? Lucky saying, pick up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Glazers need structure of sell Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, buy Liam Delap and John Clee. We could be Liam Delap is on the radar, of course, guys. He is on the radar. But to be honest with you, guys, you know what? When I think about what's going on right now, I don't want to think about what the Glazers is going to do to try and prove themselves, what Jim Ratcliffe is going to do to try and prove himself, because at the end of the day, I've seen enough. I've heard enough of nonsense from these guys. Honest to God, I've heard enough. And I don't think I can listen to any more. I really don't, because, he's basically said there what we all feared. We all feared how he felt. Now he's basically confirming everything of how he felt. He's confirming everything. And to be honest with you, he's got a lot to prove, hasn't he? He's got a lot to prove. He's got a lot to do to make it up to the fan base, of course, guys, in my opinion, at the end of the day. And I can't be overzealous with him. I cannot be protected of him. I'm going to say it as it is, Stretford Post. You know what I mean? I'm not Terry Flewers. You know what I mean? I don't just live up his backside. You know what I mean? And go with the narrative. At the end of the day, I go with what I feel and what is real. At the end of the day, do you know what I mean? And I would say that it is a Jim Ratcliffe is a bit of a problem. Jim Ratcliffe loves the Glazers. They're nice people. You know what I mean? They couldn't hurt a fly. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and for me, that is just enough. I've heard enough. And to be honest with you guys, it's crazy, isn't it? Yes, Lucky Singh, I get you. But this is not about this buying and selling at the end of the day. It has nothing to do with buying and selling. this football club. The biggest problem at this football club is not about buying and selling. It's about the Glazers. The Glazers are the biggest issue at this football club. When we can buy any player in the world, sell any player in the world, sell any player at a football club, we're still going to have the problems. We're still going to have the issues going on, guys. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it is about the Glazers. That is what it's all about. We can throw names out there. We can say we should sign this player. We should sign that player, whatnot. It doesn't make a difference, Lucky Singh. It doesn't make a difference. What we're talking about now is our ownership and the way we're run as a football club. You know, the Glazers and Ineos. And I mean, people were saying, "Oh, poor Jim." You know, I've heard it all like the last few weeks and stuff. Poor Jim. Oh, poor Jim. Poor Jim. You know, and I never fell for it. I never fell for it at 1 minute. At the end of the day, guys, and I don't fall for this nonsense that they're nice. He's trying to twist us. He's trying to manipulate us and saying that, you know what, trying to make us feel like the Glazers. We should like the Glazers. You should like them. He's trying to force us to like them, basically, at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Billionaire supporting a billionaire. Who would have thought it at the end there? Well, who would have thought a billionaire would be supporting a billionaire? I mean, I would have never thought that, would you? At the end of the day, madness, to be honest with you. What they're coming out with is absolute diabolical trash. That's what I would say, diabolical trash. Tyborg. I understand why he can't criticise them publicly, but he doesn't have to be up there. Absolutely, mate. This is as much either. We the fans are the real fools here. They can do to us whatever they will. Unfortunately, you're absolutely spot on, Tyborg. He can't criticise them openly in the media, and neither can players. Right? We're lucky because we can. You know, but the thing is, you don't have to live up their backside. You don't have to praise them every 5 minutes. They're nice guys. You don't have to say, oh, you know what, they wouldn't hurt a fly. You know, what they've done to this football club. If he really supported this football club, he would know what's going on. He deep down would be pissed off, to be honest. He'd be angry, you know what I mean, about what's going on at the club he supposedly loves, of course, which we know now. We're starting to come to the conclusion. We know now that he doesn't love the football club. He loves a line in his pockets. He loves a line in his pockets, but he doesn't love the football club. SLD, poor Jim, this guy should be retired and a beat song. Absolutely, 77 years old, whatever age he is, and he's doing all this. You know, this is what I think. You know, billionaires. You know, someone once told me that, you know, when you're so rich, right, and you've got so much money, you have an air of invincibility. Yeah, I'm invincible. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm going to live forever. I think he has that complex about him. I think he actually has this sort of mentality where he's going to live forever. He thinks that he's 77. I mean, and he's going into this treacherous territory of Manchester United when he should have just stepped back. That's what he should have done. Step back. Because right now, you know what? If one positive comes out of this interview, it's the fact that, you know what, he can't take it. It's harming him. It is actually affecting him. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and to be honest with you guys, I don't care if it affects him, and I think we should carry on. I think we should carry on. 1958, I've got the right idea. They're still doing it, of course. They're still, you know what? They're still on his back, of course, guys. They're still on his back, and to be honest with you, you know what? We keep pushing until he sells up. Absolutely. The only reason we got rid of loads of staff, Lucky Singh, is because the Jim facilitated the Glazers. Otherwise, if we sold to Qatar, we wouldn't have had done that, of course. Big up, Ricardo. It seems the only one who responds to Sir Jim is Ruben Amorim. You know what? At the end of the day, Ruben Amorim has to do what he has to do. Ruben Amorim is an employee of Manchester United, and Ruben Amorim, the good thing about Ruben Amorim is that he is very honest. Right? He hasn't sugarcoated anything. He hasn't tried to hide behind somebody and stuff like that. He does actually, you know, speak the truth. And that's what I like about Ruben Amorim. He can't openly criticize Jim because obviously he will get the sack, you know, at the end of the day. But one thing he has done, he has given us some subtle hints in regards to the Glazers and Jim Ratcliffe. He has given us hints. He has told us about how he feels indirectly. He has told us about how he feels about them, and you know, and indirectly. And to be honest with you, he can't go, oh, I hate the Glazers and these Glazers in the mud and stuff like that, because you know what's going to happen. But if I was to like one thing about Jim Ratcliffe, is the fact that he has Ruben Amorim's back. But then again, I look at Eric Ten Hag Jim Ratcliffe was saying the same thing about Eric Ten Hag. It does give me a concerning, overriding, concerning feeling that he doesn't know about football. He doesn't know about football. He doesn't understand football, and he's just like, as I said in the thumbnail this morning, he's winging it. He's winging it at the end of the day, and he's just trying to do it day by day and see what happens. Throw everything against the wall and hopefully something sticks. That is exactly what he's doing. Now, I hope not. And I do think we've got some clever people at the football club right now. Wilcox is a very, very shrewd scout, in my opinion. He's like a glorified scout. He goes around and he has a really, really good eye for talent. He does. We have Omar Barada, who's obviously very smart as well. But you know what? You can only work as well as your bosses will allow you to work at the end of the day. But yeah, lucky seeing Mason Mount. Glad to have him. Look, you know what? Whatever people say about Mason Mount, it's good that he's back. It's good that he's back because we need the squad. We need the squad, Lucky Singh. We need the squad, and it's good that he's back in the squad because we are down to the bare bones. I don't think he'll play tomorrow, Lucky Singh. As you said, he might be on the bench, but you know what? It's good to have numbers back because at the moment we don't have any numbers. We don't have any players. Of course, we're running out. You know, we're literally down to the bare bones. I would like to see Morehouse, Fredrickson, these type of players. I would have liked to see them. I don't think we're going to see Morehouse and Fredrickson and these type of players. We will see probably Collier. We might even see Chido. We might see Heaven again. But I don't think we're gonna see like the Fredricksons and Morehouses of this world and Fletchers of this world at the end of the day. SLD, he can't even bring real success to Nice, but he wants to bring United back to the top. I mean, he can't be successful at a club like Nice, whose league is very, very, guys, let's be honest, easy. But regardless what you think about Nice, right, and Jim Ratcliffe, Nice fans have told me a lot of things about Jim Ratcliffe and the way he is, the way he does his business and stuff like that. They've told me a lot of things, right? And the way he's speaking about Nice, right, saying that they're boring, calling the league crap, is that you own that football club. So what does that tell you about Jim Ratcliffe? Tell me, guys, what does that tell you about Jim Ratcliffe? If he owns Nice, and he's talking this type of trash about the club he owns, what does that tell you about Jim Ratcliffe? At the end of the day, you own Nice. You should be the PR spokesman for Nice. You should be saying, oh, the French league is up and coming. Look at PSG. They beat Liverpool. The league is strong, blah, 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 and stuff like that. Big up, Kenny. Thank you so much for joining me, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Have a good day, mate. Have a good day. You should be bigging it up. You should, like, at the end of the day, you should be bigging up Nice. You should be saying that, you know what, look at PSG. They beat Liverpool, and you know what, they're going far. The league is getting better and stuff. But no, he's absolutely slandered that league to the point that I thought, wow, you know what I mean? This guy is disrespectful. I thought, this guy is disrespectful. This guy, you know, this guy, he's absolutely mad at the end of the day, to be honest. And I hope he gives up at Man United. I really do. I hope he just throws in the towel. Like he said, I don't think I can take that anymore. I don't think I can take it anymore. These fans are so unfair on me. They're so unfair on me. You know, I can't take all the abuse. I just want to have some fun. You know, I just want to play my Cyndi Lauper in the car and have fun. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do at the end of the day. That is exactly what Jim Ratcliffe, you know, at the end of the day, it just sounds like a big grown baby at the moment. You know what I mean? Give him a Werther's original, for crying out loud. Kenny, Jim does not even have a good track record in sports teams. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ricardo, I didn't know he owned Nice, and he talks badly about the league. Yeah, he's talking badly about the league, Ricardo. If you look at the quotes earlier in the show, you know, he's talking badly about the club. He said, I like the team, but the quality is bad, and the league is bad, and it's a bit basically saying it's boring. He wants something to excite. He said, I want something that excites me. The French league or Nice don't excite me. That's basically what he's saying. They don't excite me. At the end of the day, what do I make of that? It is absolutely scandalous. People will look at that, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, people will say, do you know what? This guy, you know, if he could say that about Nice, what is he saying about Man United behind our backs? What is he saying about the fans behind our back? If he could say that about Nice, do you know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. And you own the club. You know, you should be a spokesman for Nice. You should be a spokesman for at the end of the day, you should be a spokesman for that club, you know, and that league, because you own the club. You should be saying, well, you know what, the French league is up and coming. It's good, you know, PSG and Lyon, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And you should be like, you know, bigging it up. But you know what, he's not that smart. As I said earlier in the show, he's the dumbest billionaire I've ever known. Either that, or he's trying to play us for fools. It's either that, or he's trying to play us for fools. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is he trying to play us for stupid, or what do you think? At the end of the day, I don't know. Because what I'm seeing at the moment, what I'm hearing at the moment, and you know what? Today I thought it'd be a quiet day. I thought we had all we could have had from Jim Ratcliffe over the last week or so. I thought I've heard everything. I heard the interview, good and bad. Yeah. But today, I mean, I'm hearing these quotes and I'm like, oh, my goodness me. What the hell did he say? Did he say that? And I'm like trying to investigate, trying to look online and saying, I'm like, did he really say that? I'm supposed to be doing a match preview between Man United and Leicester City, right? And this has just completely swung me in the other direction, to be honest with you guys. It swung me in the other direction. You know what I mean? I think those bees earlier on, those hornets were trying to tell me something earlier on, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And they definitely did, to be honest. And yeah, look, disappointed. What do I think now? You know what? You know, when you know, it's a bit like how low can you go? You know that dance, how low can you go? It's a bit like that. It's a bit like that, where we're going lower and lower, and then someone else comes, I can go even lower. Then someone else comes, he goes, no, I can go even lower, and you're going low to your point, your back is touching the floor. You know what I mean? And that is basically what it is. It's like trying to do the splits. Do you know what I mean? And you know, you're trying every single day. Do you know what I mean? And trying not to rip your bloody groin or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And that is what it's like at the moment. That's what it's like. That's how it feels like with this ownership, you know, with this Glazers and with this Ineos. It's like a big baby cry baby parade at the end of the day. That's what it is like for me. Tyborg. Seems like Jim and the Glazers are a match made in heaven. Absolutely. They found each other, the same deluded arrogance from both, especially from the Glazers. I mean, and you know what it's like? It's like, you know what, they're trying to justify it. It's basically like some kind of arranged marriage, right? And, Jim Ratcliffe has met the Glazers, you know what, and they like each other, and they bring it, us as fans and stuff, we're the parents. We're the parents. So Jim Ratcliffe and his wife, the Glazers, are coming in to meet the parents. We're the parents. And he's trying to promote the Glazers, his wife, saying that I know that they're not the same culture. I know it's a different religion. I know that, you know, that her family are bad and that, but she's a good person. She's a good person. You know, she's really nice. And this is what is happening at the moment. You know, this is how I feel what's going on at the moment with Jim Ratcliffe. You know, he's not only a PR spokesman or a spin merchant, he's also a PR for the Glazers. To be honest, he's also a PR for Glazers, and you know it's absolutely diabolical. It's trash. To be honest, it is trash talk for me. And what I heard, it almost burst my eardrum. What I heard, to be honest with you guys, and I've got a whole lot of analogies for these guys, for these frauds, because that's what they are at the end of the day. Lucky Singh, if I am a manager, focus on players and have correct culture, pitch, decide to play Leicester, Ericsson, and Carter. Yeah, at the end of the day, Lucky Singh, I don't disagree. We will probably play Ericsson and Maguire, but Maguire, I don't know if he's ready. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, of course. Let's see if he's ready to play on the bench, of course. But we do need Maguire. We do need a bigger squad, of course. I would love to see some more youngsters playing in the team tomorrow. That would be exciting. If we can do that, if we can get some youngsters in the team tomorrow, that would be great. Of course, guys, I'll be pleased if we could do that. You know, will he play Fredrickson and Morehouse? I don't think he would do that. I think he will stick with Collier and Heaven. Maybe one of them might come on off the bench. That would be great. That'd be great, because I'm really excited to see Fletcher, Morehouse, and these players. You know, I mean, I'm really, really excited to see that. I mean, especially seeing of course, Cheeto play tomorrow. I'm really excited to see Cheeto play tomorrow. Maybe Cheeto will start, of course, guys. Tybo, my blood pressure goes above the roof when I think about Qatar and all the good things that I could have done by now. Mate, at the end of the day, Tyborg, you know what? It would have been amazing. Guys, might not have been perfect. It's the butterfly effect and all that. Who knows who would have been manager? You know, who knows what would have happened? But one thing we can say is that on a team level, on a squad level, you know what, things would have been a lot better. I mean, at the end of the day, the stadium probably would have already been being built right now. Or we would have refurbished Old Trafford, and we could have stayed at Old Trafford, and they would have started to build up at Old Trafford because we would have had the money. Players we didn't want contracts would have been paid off, and they would have left the club, of course. You know, unfortunately, we didn't get it, and unfortunately, people feel sorry for them for some strange reason. Glad more people are protesting watching Man U games. Absolutely, Lucky Singh. I agree. Big up, of course. Amas, a few minutes at the wing back. I would love that, SLD. I would love that. As people know, I am part of the very, very small Harry Amas fan club, of course. I am, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am, of course. I'm a big fan of Harry Amas, and I hope that Harry Amas does get some football. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I hope he does get some football. He's a very good player. So is Shea Lacey. So is Fletcher. So is Morehouse. These players, Scanlon as well, is a very, very good player as well. Fans have woken up, Lucky Singh, of course. They are all good players. We have a great conveyor belt of young players coming through. As I said earlier on, Mantanta, of course, who is a wing-back, can play winger, who is another young player. You know what I mean? I think Dan Gore is back now, SAD. If I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong, I think he's back now. I think he is back. I think he's fit, and I don't think he's match fit though. But he had a serious injury, didn't he? Matata is another player, of course. Mantanta, of course, who's another player who is a player that I rate highly. There is a lot of players there, of course, who are going to be superstars. There's another, of course, JJ as well, who's coming through the ranks, who might not stay at the football club. You know what I mean? You know, very, very good young player. He's only 14, 15 years old, but he's going to end up being a superstar. They said he's the most talented 14, 15-year-old they've ever seen, you know, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens, you know, but I would like to see more young players coming through, especially now that the league is kind of dud, it's kind of over, you know what I mean, so I would love to see some of these players playing, you know. Morehouse obviously just burst onto the scene, he's made some great things happen, of course. Ibrahimov as well, you know what I mean? Ibrahimov, a number 10, who can play as number 10. He's another one that, you know, can come through, can do bits, you know, at the end of the day. And we'd have to wait and see what happens with that, of course. Guys, I want to thank everyone. Sorry the stream has been a bit blasé. It has been, obviously, I'm having technical difficulties. I'll fix it tonight, so it will be good and up and running for tomorrow, of course, guys. But I want to thank everyone for joining me today, you absolute legends. And it has been a crazy day, you know, and it hasn't been the usual calm Stretford post, of course. Thank you so much, SLD, you absolute legend. It hasn't been the usual calm Stretford post, but you know what? Sometimes we have to do what we have to do at the end of the day. Big up Triple M, of course. Thank you for joining me, of course. Yeah, so... But you know what, we carry on. And this stream will keep getting bigger. We're almost on 9,000 subscribers, guys. I'm really delighted with that, you know. And let's see if we can hit 10,000 subscribers in April, guys. Let's see that if we can do that. Can we hit 10,000 subscribers? I've only been going since June, really, on live content. So you know what I mean? Cut me some slack. It's not too bad, guys. Things go wrong sometimes, but that is what it is. Cheers out. Weekend nice, everyone. Cheers, Tyball. Big game tomorrow, Tyball. Hope you can join me for that, brother. Hope you can join me for that, of course. I can't wait for it. Yeah, and bit of a rest for Man United. We just need to sit back and just wait for the Europa League tie against Lyon now, innit, really? And try and enjoy the games, of course. Unfortunately, not in the FA Cup anymore, so obviously we see. Salam look like he's fasting. Yeah. Stay safe, people. Big up SLD. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me. You legend, of course. I'm very well tanned. I've gone red like a tomato, but I will turn brown afterwards. I will turn brown. It's like putting a chicken in the oven. It's like putting a chicken in the oven, and I will turn brown. Absolutely, and yeah, definitely golden brown. It's like sun. Absolutely, I will be. Absolutely, guys. That's a great thing about me. You know what I mean? But I've enjoyed the sun today, as you can tell. Of course, thought I'd take it easy. For once, you know what I mean? But no rest for the wicked. I will be back tomorrow, guys, for Breaking Dawn. Please join me for that, which hopefully will be a much more calm thing in regards to technology wise. You can't rely on technology at the end of the day, isn't it? You can't rely on technology. You have to rely on the human thing. That's why I had to sort it out myself, didn't I? Use a phone. And of course, guys. So thank you everyone for joining me. I shall see you obviously tomorrow. And don't forget, please don't forget to smash a like on the video. And also, could you kindly subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. If you guys can do that for me, absolutely. That'd be as kind. Let me just see something. I'm just reading something here. Yeah, so if you could be as kind, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and don't forget to smash a like on the video if you guys can do that for me. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you everyone for joining me. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox, and I'll see you on the mad show that is breaking dawn tomorrow morning, of course, guys. Have a great evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm Sal Warner. As I said, this is Chatterbox. Take it easy. See you tomorrow. Peace.